Okay, let's have a look. Right, so let me just cut this off. Okay. Right, so we're just going to do a why is that? No, I don't want that. A review of a few matches. I have no idea why that keeps happening. Okay, so we've got a terrible idea against Gross. Oh my goodness. Apologies. Okay, there we go. Right, so we've got Grubsnik's Boys against Terrible Idea. Dark Judges against Screentown Gut Squishers. We haven't got a copy of that match, so can't do that one. But I have spoken to Sticks and he gave me a brief overview of the match. I will go through that later. We've also got the Jolly Nice Boys against Happy Thoughts and Probably Frogs against Rot. So we will see how we get on with them. I'll probably start with this one here, and then maybe the Goblins against Norse, and then the Frogs against Orcs. Pop this back up. There we go. And then let me just get into it. Okay, so I had to request this match, so let's go in. Cool, right. Right, should be good to go. So obviously the Rats were down a huge amount of TV in this one. Let's see what stars they've brought along. Okay. So that's Eck, strong Orc team, and the kick goes. Okay, let's have a look. So the Rats won the kick. Chose to defend. Let's see what the fame is. So we've got +2, unsurprisingly. Okay, so we've got Glart with the claw there, and I think there's another star. Okay, so we've got a strength 3 gutter runner, 2 heads, extra arms. Okay, so he's a one-turner, I guess. I think that's how Pyro's looking at it. Let me just switch the view as well, so I can see the mean orcs. So 2 on the bench here, 5 here. So there's quite a lot of rats they have to get through. I can see 1, 2 tackle. This is the guy though, isn't it? Hey Benny, you alright? Okay. So 2 injuries, throw a rock, straight off. Okay, a couple of stuns. So I imagine we're just going to have a lot of hitting here. And just move the ball up. Probably a cage. And then at some point, well, I think you'll see some rats dodging into the cage. Okay, knock out straight off the bat. How are you today? Okay, getting the troll right in there. So I imagine we're gonna. Oh, not what I thought. I thought that we might see the orcs sort of try to surround the rats a little bit here, so blitzing from this side. But that's absolutely fine as it is. I imagine, so the weak spot is probably over here. So we might get a blitz round here. We've got Claw on the troll, as long as he can clear him off. There we go, and following this, there's the claw. Yeah. Okay, down he goes. Okay, just a stun. Not much blood as of yet. And here comes a foul. I guess he might go there first. Nope. Okay, there's a removal. Knockout. So I imagine that that's the rats' approach. They're just going to try and get them down one by one and then look to remove them one by one. Yeah, removing themselves as well, aren't they? So 1 down. And that's a retirement. Again, I mean, this is fine because they want to get the fouls and things, but they're a bit central, aren't they? So the orcs, even with their limited movement, can just sort of go around them. And the ball's just coming up here. We've got a wizard in play, hence the loose cage. Okay, full hit on the edge 4, and just come back really. There isn't that much they can do around here. Just trying to block off their movement. And it's always hard coming in. I mean, where the rats were in the draw as well, just facing like kind of super souped up orcs. There's a bit of a hard ask, and that's going to happen eventually. Well, he sounds like someone who should be retired, Ben. Where is he? Where do you have him? Okay, I'm just going for the dirty player. pushing just down this side. They just sort of stay together a bit. Thrower goes in there, I suppose. So what he's looking for is he's avoiding the wizard, because if the wizard goes, the chance of it bouncing somewhere where the rats can then retrieve it are quite light. So we've got a hit here? No, this way. Yeah, we've got a couple of guards. So bring him round. Well, it's money well spent, I suppose. And that's a dodge, yeah. So we've got a troll hit on the blitzer. I would imagine that Ek might want to at some point have a go at Glar. Not yet. Okay. So what he's doing is just focusing on the guard runners, trying to restrict their movement. Whoa! There you go. That's the sort of hit that the Orcs are looking for. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8 on the pitch. And it seems to make sense. It's just kind of getting in their face and just making another knockout. And just making the rats roll all the dice. Because there's only so much that Clark can do. I mean, the claw is great, but a lack of mighty blow does sort of nullify it a little bit. And the Orcs hate the claw. And now the dirty player is up against the Orcs, so that means a dodge away with a loner. He goes on the floor on 7 quite easily. Yeah, okay. So he's made it. So you can see like the rats slowly sort of retreating. So they're going to put, the Orcs can push up this side and maybe blitz round here, and then you get another hit with the troll if you don't knock him down. No, okay. I would have thought they might have tried to sort of maximise the hits there a little bit. Okay, and just come up here. So we've got a gutter runner here and one here. Just wondering whether he might have a go at the wizard, because there's less coverage on the ball. I mean, if he doesn't, what's going to happen is they're just going to keep getting hit, and then it's going to be impossible to stop. So they kind of need to force something to happen at some point. Okay. Just push him away. So I wonder whether the rats are sort of giving up on the score at this point. That's not what they need. They need some knockdowns, or the dirty player can't really do anything. Giving up the score, trying to remove maybe 1 or 2, and then 1 turn in at the half, run another 1 in, and then they've got the wizard in the bag to help with the defence. Okay. So are there rules in there, Ben, about not being able to retire players? I quite like it being small and being capped at 40. It's some of the leagues out there are quite big, aren't they? And I find it, I get a bit lost in it, you know. So I guess the biggest one around is Rebel. I've just signed up for that again, but I sort of jump in and out of leagues like that. Okay, so re-roll, loan the re-roll. Okay, claw does a thing. That's removal. Block, mighty blow, strength 4. Okay, and then the gut runner comes in as well. 2 dice. Just the push. Keeping the dirty player safe. It's quite nice actually. I mean, obviously the Rats have taken a little bit of a kicking so far, as to be expected against this team. But what I think Pyro's done really well is he's obviously got a game plan here. He's like, right, I'm going to use the claw, I'm going to hit them. Every time I go down, I'm going to try and get a decent foul in and trying to get on top of that. I'm not too worried about them scoring. I feel that I can one turn, which is why he brought in, where is he? What's his name? Don't see him that much, that's why. Hackflem Scuttle Spike, and then potentially try score quickly again, and then see if they can sneak the victory from that point. So it's decent tactics. We'll have to see what works, because obviously the Orcs, their tactic is just hit them until they die. Oh, triple skull. Okay, so now it's a bit more interesting, isn't it? Because any fail, like another double skulls or something like that, and it's all over. So again, took the triple skulls there and built this really solid line. Strength 4, strength 4, strength 3 next to a troll who's going to hit, no doubt, for 3 dice in a moment. You've got a blodge thrower here, and you've got support here, agility 4 to pick up the ball if needed. So yeah, I mean, I think they're both playing a good game here, and it's just which game plan comes out on top. Sometimes that's all you can do. You have your tactics, you know your strengths in your team. There's an injury. Okay, just a line rat, so that's not a massive loss. Yeah, I'll get it straight away, for sure. I'll get the ball free straight away. Have you got the new version of the board game, Ben? You know, with all the new rules and that. Okay, there's a wizard. Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he's just trying to protect the score. It looks like there's not. We've got a gut runner here. I'm not sure about that. I understand why he's done it, because it's a bit of weakness around the ball, and he's only got one more turn to go. But as far as making the most of it and turning it over, I think there'll be another opportunity in the second half. We'll see. He might blitz here, use the thrower, try to go to him, try and hide this line rat over here somewhere, and move the gutter runner up into a scoring position and hope he can sneak one in before the half. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's the problem, isn't it? So now how do you get through there? Move the gutter runner first. Yeah, and then there's a few 4+s to get through. I just wonder whether this was a bit of a wall to get through and whether that was quite the right time. I mean, obviously what could happen now is he just fails to pick up the ball. But I would imagine to see Ek use the Edge 4 player for that. Rather than the sure hands. Yep, there we go. Okay, and rolled the 2 on that. So now we get to see a 1 turn attempt from the rats. Okay, knockouts come back. Stays knocked out. So I'm not sure whether we've got some babes here as well. 1. So no stand firm on this team. So we're looking at the strength 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's got to come in here, hasn't it? Then he needs to be pushed there, and it needs to come around this way. Not easy. Let's see how they do. Okay. So this is where I wonder whether having a rat ogre, an induced rat ogre, might be decent. If you're going into the game and you're thinking, well, actually it's going to be really hard to stop that score, I'll give it a go. But then I'm going to try and 1 turn. Oh, and a blitz. That is very unfortunate for the rats, because then he just blitzes this guy and it's over. And he can just sort of fill in the line over here. There we go. 3 dice, down he goes. Unlucky. Oh, and a foul. Good measure. No effect. And that's that. So we've got 1 orc in the knockout box, no rats in the knockout box. So I have 11 versus 11 for the second half. Here we go, here's the blitz. Where's the dirty player? Dirty player's here. This gutter runner comes around here, and then you've got a plus. This is strong foul. There he goes. Let's send it off. Bribe fails as well. Wow. Double 1. 1 on bribe. I feel a little bit for the rats there. It was a bit of a harsh run, like a blitz followed by the 111. I think with the wizard gone as well, the rats, the best chance is try and go for an 8-turn drive. and that's going to be hard to do underpowered against these orcs. Unless they were maybe to get a couple of lucky removals at the start. No, you've got claw, so you might get one from that. But apart from that, you're looking at AV9, so it's just dice. If they can't get anything going as far as momentum on removals goes, then I think I can't see them lasting 8 turns. And now with the wizard gone, I think the orcs at that point will just get the ball and cage it up, and that will be that, and it will be a grind. You know, I mean, I guess other things could happen, like they could score and get a blitz or something like that, but the momentum at this point is definitely with the orcs. Okay, let's get an extra reroll. Deep kick. 2 gut runners deep here. Just the setup, it suggests that that's what Pyro is thinking as well. Having both of these gut runners back there suggests that he's going to take his time trying to move up. He might even retreat back and see if the orcs come forward and see if we can get around the side of them. Okay. Okay, pops the dodge. Nicely spread out, so they're asking questions of the orcs. They're not overcommitting to one side. Can't get in. We might see a hit on Glart here. No, we can't now, can we? Because the troll has gone through. I wonder whether the troll's going to go in here for the guard assist and then get a decent hit in Glart with maybe Mighty Blow. So I imagine we're into more of the same. The orcs picking their targets, blocking off the space, and the rats maybe weaving around, trying to find an opening. Okay, now I assume this means that the foul in the stock, because otherwise he might have hit backwards. So again, keeping it nicely spread out, keeping the ball quite central, so he can go either way. He can react to what the orcs do. So the orcs just need to be patient. Oh, we'll go with the fouls. Might have another bribe in the bank. No. I'm a bit surprised at that one then, because that's a 1 assist foul on AV9. Again, it comes down to dice at that point. Okay, and that allows the troll just to move. And they're basing up the edge 3 as much as possible. And here comes the micro blitz. It's just a push. Away with it. Glot is looking a little bit vulnerable now, as the rats are having to protect the ball and also spread out across the whole pitch. It makes it harder to keep him hidden like they did in the first half. So here's the blitz, 1, 2, and then push over here. Okay, and down this side, just to push again. I'm surprised that he's just given like this mighty blow hit away, because there's plenty of orcs here. It's not key. Let's see what happens. It's not key to tie this guy up. So there's probably some thinking behind it that I'm not aware of. It might even be that he was thinking he was going to blitz there and then changed his mind and went over here. So now the orcs, they're starting to do their thing here, aren't they, really? And then the troll can come back. And there's another injury. Just a push. Re-rolled. Okay. Another injury, so we're going to get a bit of a snowball effect from here, I think, because the rats have, how are we doing on numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 versus 11, and we've got, how many of those are edge 4? So we've got an edge 4 here, an edge 4 here, and an edge 4 here, and I think that's it. So only 3. So the orcs have the manpower to just base a lot of pieces as well. Okay, so here we go. So he will be pushed away and come up for the handoff, and the gut runners run it in. Thing is, that then gives the orcs 5 turns. Oh. Hold 1 on that, and off he goes. 5 turns to come back, and there's no wizard. We'll go for it on that. Might have been a little bit scary, I imagine, because if he'd gone down there after the 1 on the catch, it was all over. So we're on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 rats to the 11 orcs. Orcs get a few micro hits as well off the line. So it might quickly get worse for the rats. High kick. With the black hawk over there. Okay. Just to stop him being so isolated as much as anything else. I guess if he catches it, which he does, because it's turned into that sort of match now. He'll try and get the score on this guy, I imagine. He's got 5 turns, so he's got plenty of time to sort of move up. I might involve a handoff at some point or something like that if they get slowed down. But we've still got Glar in the back here. Okay, that's another player going down to a mighty blow hit. Armour break, just a stun. Troll coming up, coming in here. And that, and I imagine tackle will go here. No, tackle goes there. Surrounded by the guards. Okay. And are we just looking at kind of a little bit of a forward screen? So it's moments like this where it changes how the game plays. That's past tackle. Okay. Is it going for him? Oh, unfortunate. Just a stun, but it gives a free hit on this gutter run as well. And the Orcs have got all these hits lined up. So it's a bold move, but at this point, Pyro just needs to do something, doesn't he? It's like if you just play passively from there, the game's over. It's like you've just lost. There's no way out of that. But by trying some things, yeah, it doesn't always work, but if it does work, then at least you can sort of shake things up a little bit and create a little bit of control in the match. Now, possibly it would be good to maybe move this guy over first. These 2 rats are completely free. There's another injury. It's another gutter runner. Off he goes. So I just don't really see any way for the rats to come back from this. Just do that. It's another break. Troll might even move back. Probably makes more sense just to stay where you are. You might see a red dice here. No, he's moved back. Blocks it off. And a failed dodge. First action. So what I was going to mention was this troll here and this this blitzer here. So we've got guard here and guard here. So there's no way to get even a 1 die. There's no way to even get a 1 die on here because of the guard. So it's blocking off that square and that square. So any of those, then you've got the assist and you can't do anything about it. Strength 4. So the best you can do is red dice against block. Now, if that troll goes stupid there, then he's stuck there and actually he gives away the 1 die at that point. Guess there's no real recovery options, but just getting the ball on the floor at this point might be useful for the rats. But anyway, troll didn't go stupid, and then the rats instantly failed their first dodge. On the 2, we rolled into a 1. So now the Orcs just get to smash again. So it's just that thing again, isn't it? It's like I was talking about in the first half, where both teams have a plan, and the dice haven't really worked out for the Rats' plan in any way, and the Orcs have just managed to smash enough of them to kind of just grind them down. So the Orcs just coming over, making it safe. Okay, and there goes Glart as well. Okay, and then we've got the red dice. So there's nothing else to be done, and this Black Orc is just going to move up, and then there might be a bit more careful if they can't. So he can just troll shoot again. Bring him up there. He comes in here, and this blitzer just goes there, and that's pretty safe. And then you might blitz with this blitzer. Okay. Bit surprised at that. I mean, it works out fine, but I wondered whether putting there makes it a bit safer, doesn't it? Because this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for that, you get the red dice. And I think that's what he was just trying to dodge through instead with the 2 heads. I guess, I mean, there's quite a few dodges, isn't it? But he double 1. Yeah, double 1. It's a double 1 on the arm as well. And that's it. And then the Orcs just run it in for a 2-1 victory. Okay, so the Orcs progress. Let me just get up my chat with Sticks. Yeah, so basically, let me just go. Yeah, so just to show you, this is what we're looking like now. Okay, so that's the Orcs into the semi-finals. They're going to be against Dark Judges who beat these Orcs 3-0. I don't have a copy of this match, but when I spoke to Sticks, he said that what happened was Greentown Gut Squish's coach had a call early second half, and it just sort of ruined the play. Like, it just ended up like 3-0. So we've got an Uber kind of undead against the big Orcs over here, which should be quite an interesting match. Probably a bit of a slugfest, really, just in the middle there. Okay, so let me have a look and look at the next match, which is just give me 2 minutes. Just need to check something, and then I will see. I might need to come back to this later, depending on something that's happening at home. Be back in 2 minutes. If I'm able to, I'll show you the goblins against the Norse next. Right, yeah, so I think we can go for this. This is my match. Okay, that's not letting me do it through there. Okay, I might need to dig around a little bit on that one. While I'm trying to sort that out, what I can do is maybe show the frogs against the orcs. Yep. Alright, here we go. This is Azzy against Ben. So that's Sibley coming in for the Kislev. Okay. Right, so we've got a blizzard. The Orcs will win the toss and choose to receive. Okay. +1 fame. What else we've got here? A wizard. A couple of babes. So the Kislev are unbeaten. Okay, changes to nice weather. So I'm quite interested to see how they manage that. And the Orcs are just going to try and smash them as much as possible. Eh? Okay, couple pushes. Troll with grab, breaks armor, oh, kill someone straight off the line. Let's see whether Orcs do more smashing in this match. So we've got one catcher on the pitch, 3. So 2 Orcs, 1 Goblin on the bench over here. Let's just see what happens with this blitz. Down he goes. Whoa, another injury. So the Orcs already stating their intentions right off the off. Apo gone. That's very aggressive Apo. And then we've got a blitzer and alignment of over here. So only one catcher on this team. It's quite interesting. So I was trusting in agility 3. Okay, let's see if the Kislev can hit back. So we've got a bonehead straight away. That's no good for them. Okay, one knockdown. And double skulls. And a skull with stipulate. Okay, so a series of skulls. Not the best start for the Kislev. So when I've looked at the Kislev team before, I've been quite surprised at the lack of wrestle and strip ball. Seems a bit like a different way to play them from what I've seen in the past. Lots of hits going in. There's another stun. And we've got a blitz coming around onto the catcher. And that's a straight pow. AV7, again just a stun. So the Orcs looking well in control at this point. Oh, more skulls. A lot of skulls going on in this game. Another break, another stun. And then I guess we get a hit over here. And that's through as well. Another break and another stun. So they're kind of hanging in there just about. Numbers aren't great though. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already, and it's only the Orcs turn 2. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the Kislev do from here. Go straight for the ball. Okay, that's unfortunate. Down he goes. Okay, so then the Orcs do some more hitting. What this Orc team does lack is a dirty player, just to sort of deal with people like that. Bear goes down as well. I mean, at this point in time, the Kislev literally have 1, 2 standing players with an aggressive, just to push. Okay, so I think that the Azzy there is maybe concerned about this lineman coming over and having a go at the ball with the agility 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's why the reroll was there. However, it's down to 1 reroll, it's only turn 3. More skulls happen or something goes wrong, that can give the Kislev a way back into the game. I wonder whether another way of doing it is maybe just try to make this a bit more secure over here, and then you don't have to use the reroll. It is not going well. Because we've got a guard here as well. And just put in, right, here comes Kislev things, I guess. Dodge. And a pow. Okay, but an unfortunate scatter for the Kislev after that. But they're creating lots of problems. Here they come again, lots of dodging. Red dice, Siglu. Okay, so more Kislev leaping. Okay, how many rerolls? It's got 2 here and 1 here. So it's a Kislev just sort of milling all around. Trying to make the thrower either be a bit redundant this turn, or at least have to do kind of some dodging to get anywhere. We've got a hit here, haven't we? We've got a hit here. And possibly a blitz. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe a blitz with the troll this way to clear up the ball, and then you just pick it up, don't you? So it's very aggressive, isn't it? What the Kislev are doing here. They're just kind of like getting in the orc faces and hoping that sort of works out, and hoping that there's no kind of way to actually kind of really secure the ball in the way that you need to. Okay, and then is this onto the ball? So that's the perfect result really there, not even scratching the ball. Just pick it up with the short hands. And does the troll come around here? So there's no guard here. There's guard here. There's no guard here. So we might just get, I guess, a leap to there, and it's another 1 die. Or, even better, just bring him round to here, and then so it's a couple of leaps, 2 3+s for 2 dice there, and you've also got an agility 4 dude here who might be able to recover if it comes out. There we go, there's the first one in. Oh. So he's just loitering with intent. Okay, and there's 2 dice. And it's another knockdown. Where's the ball going? Big scatter. Okay, into 2 orc tackle zones. There's also in 2 Kislev tackle zones as well. Bold. That's bold. And going for the pass. Okay. So it fumbles it. Where's it gone? So it's come out this side. So at this point, you'd have to say that the orcs don't really have it under control, but I would still suggest that it's good enough. They can just sort of come around and get the ball. Like it's still going in the direction that they want it to go, and there's a lot of players for it to get through. Right, I'm not sure about that follow. Okay. So the reason I'm not sure about that follow, once you've got the knockdown, is you've got your thrower here, who's now actually blocked in because of it. So you're looking to pick up with maybe not that black orc. So you're hoping to get a knockdown and maybe pick up with a blitzer. On 1 reroll, it might be a little bit dicey. Okay. And then Sibley's got in there. Is the splits coming around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So that's a 3+. Maybe before these blocks come around, and then you got it on the strength 4 piece as well. Now what will obviously happen again, is that looking like a POW over there? It's getting the guard in there, isn't it? What it could do Leap round here. Leap and blitz, knock down, and it might come out this way. If it does, say it was to go there or somewhere, this guy might just be able to grab it and he's gone. Again, it's the protection, isn't it? It's really hard against Kislev because they can always get at the ball. Oh, that's freed up this blitzer. So a leap, get the guard in. Okay. Oh, there's a fail. Reroll. Okay. And then this allows the 2 dice. And he finds the POW. Out rerolls now. 4 turns to go. Okay. Trying to get their players around the ball. And see him dodging away. Yeah. So, as the Orcs in this position, this is the danger, right? Doesn't really matter too much what happens here. You've got a few turns, do some hits, maybe try and get the ball free, you know, grab the ball. But actually, with all these players here, there's no out for the Kislev. This is the out. So I'd like to see the blitz come here. Maybe with this guy. With the Mighty Blade block guy. Okay. Imagine it's a stand firm. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to clear him off. Gets a push. Oh, keeps him on the ball. Okay, a little bit surprised at that one. And double skulls, there goes the last re-roll. Just trying to get in there. Oh, and another skull. Right, this is interesting, isn't it? It's kind of... There might be a ball scatter here, and it could go anywhere. Get the thrower down. Here we go. Knock him down. Onto the ball. Where's it going? Oh, he has dodge. I missed that. Okay. We've only got 1 tackle zone on the ball. And the question is, does he go for it now, or does he move the catcher up? He's just moving the catcher up, just holding position. He's not moving the catcher. He should be... No? Okay, so I guess Benny there is just trying to keep things tight, try to prevent the score with the hope that in the second half he can overcome them. Going to be taking a few more hits here though. Sibley's doing well, isn't he? Lots of stand firm. More pushes. Scatter it. Where's the ball going? Okay, still in all the tackle zones. There's another dead Kislev. That's a guard Kislev as well. That's an absolute key player. He's got... I think he had 2 guards, and now 1. And that's a nice surf. No, it's not. Okay. So I really would have thought that he would just surf the kicker at that point. I mean, even with knocking Sibley down. And yes, he got the stun, which was good. But it doesn't really help in retrieving the ball this turn. Surf in, and then you've got kind of all this guard around Sibley, and there's not much that he can do. Okay, here they come again. Now, are we going to have this guy coming around for the blitz? No. Just knock him down. Right. Now, it might be the Orcs' turn to scatter the ball now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got. Look at that. They're not in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I just assumed that these guys were in range. There's no plus movement. Okay, that might be an oversight on Azzy's side. I can't imagine that he would just be saying, well, I'm just going to hit them and hope that they don't score in the second half. I think that was... There's another reason why the surf would have been stronger than hitting Sibley. Okay, I would imagine that Benny would be pretty happy with how that half has played out. He's taken a couple of deaths, but he's got a couple of subs here. So I think that means he's going in with 11 at the half, having not received, having not conceded, about to receive the ball. I mean, what Road is like, but it's like a very aggressive style. Okay, let's see what happens in the second half. Yep, so we've got 11v11. We've got a little bit of strength up on the line here. I guess it just focus that in where it needs to be. Yeah, I mean it was a lot of blocks, so it was quite nice. I liked it. It's good aggressive play. I think my experience with Kislev, I mean, I haven't really played Kislev on Blood Bowl 2, but with Slan, is that you just need to sort of really go for it and hope for the best. I still think this team could do with a bit of wrestle strip ball mind, but there you go. I think the guard, losing the guard player could be quite bad. It'll be interesting to see what you do here, whether you try to go for a quick score or whether you're looking to hold out a little bit and limit the amount of time that the Orcs have got to make a recovery. Obviously the 8 turn is ideal. Yeah, it's that sort of rat. If I don't die, I'm probably going to win. It's that sort of approach. It goes against how I play, I think. I'm overly cautious, I suppose. But yeah, they've done pretty well so far. It'll be interesting to see how they go in this half as well. Okay, we've got a blitz. Okay, so this is a bit similar to what Pyro was doing with his rats in the first game that I looked at, where it was nicely spread out, and because Orcs' weakness, I suppose, is their lack of speed, it raises questions of what they're going to do. Simply 4, yeah. So took a leap over just to get through, just to ask those questions, try to pin these players down a little bit. There we go. And what Benny has done here is he's pushing down this side, yeah. So if you can see that you've got these players who are kind of out of it, but also, which I really like, is he's got a fast player here and another player here, so that if the Orcs do push too hard that way, he can sort of switch around on them. The bear is also free for potentially come around doing the blitz, so it asks questions of Azzy and what he's going to do with his Orcs. He needs to be careful not to overcommit. So this is nice. I think he's going to... Okay, so he sees the catcher as the big threat. Recognise that, keep hitting him, he's going to die eventually. Okay. Armour break, stun. I was wondering whether he might have blitzed round here, pushed him in and create a little screen, and it kind of starts to squash the Kislev against this side, and you've got a bit more freedom then to move how you want to. It comes round here. Okay, and a safety. So this was just a jump up, just, oh, so you can see this is the thing that I was sort of mentioning before about switching of sides. Get simply right in the middle there. Block with ball carrier. So it's really nice, just trying to use the speed, trying to use the movement to make it difficult for the Orcs to catch up. Interesting where he goes. Okay, loner reroll. So this. Let's just get that off. So this is nice. You've got like these two big guys, or you've got your strength in the middle as a core. I can see why he's just stood up. He just sucks up a block, and then the remaining players can start to try and push up here. You've got lots of people tied up. Got this guy free, this guy free. One of these, I imagine this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he probably needs to come around here and do some hitting. So it might be that he brings someone in and then blitzes and then tries to block this off. Yeah, interesting questions. Okay, so down the blitzer goes. Okay, and we'll hit here. Push him into there. That's a break and a stun. Oh, going for the basing. Yes. Okay. It's got all one. Okay. Again, it's got the safety, but it's a less good safety. It might have been. We might have wanted this blitzer. We might still move the blitzer around here, because so move this blitzer sort of round here somewhere. Okay, so he's moved this one round here somewhere, but I thought the other one might come round here again. I think to try to stop the Kislev keep doing this stuff. then they need to sort of squeeze them at some point and make them roll all those loops, which they seem able to at will. And the two big guys go down. Right, now 1, 2, 3. Right, that was a really unfortunate double skulls going down to no rerolls, because he's knocked him down now, right? He's down firm, and then he can move him off, and then it's quite an easy 2 dice. But having used the reroll, it just sort of limits the options a little bit. Like simply gets stunned. Off he goes. That's a knockout. I'd like the blitz ideally to be from here, so you hit him back in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, now it's a go for it. So with those skulls, it's a real problem. So he might just base up and come up this way. No, okay. And it's just a push, and that is the problem with those skulls. Right. So what the orcs have to really watch out for now is we might get a dodge, and literally you can just pass it, and then he uses dive and catch. He runs off down there, leaps here. Okay, so he's just going like that. Okay, yeah. So that's probably better than what I was thinking. Right, failed dodge with the ball. That's a reroll. Okay, gets it on the second. So is this a handoff now? 2+ handoff. And then we've got the leap. Oh, leap fails. Oh, it's quite an interesting half, this one. It's a real sort of like back and forth. Okay, so we've got 2 dice here, as long as that's yellow, which it is, and then this is just another 2 dice, and you would expect this guy to go down, although there's no rerolls in play. And even if he goes down, then the ball could go anywhere. Just the push. So he has to go here. And he needs another guy around here. So knocks him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Benny still has the wizard in play. I'm not sure this particularly adds anything. I'd prefer to defend against the leap, because this is just a 2+ leap. So at the moment we're looking 2+, 2+. So movement 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple of go for it, and he's in. And then he's defending. Comes round. Okay. Failed the dodge, reroll. And screen it off. And runs it in. Okay, I'm going to have to get a move on because I need to be done very shortly. Right, perfect D. Right, I am sorry, I am going to have to abandon this. Something's going on downstairs. Okay. So what I will do is I will need to end the stream, but I'll finish this match off in turn 13 and patch them together. Okay. So very sorry about that. Yeah, and I'll try to get that up and put them all on Discord later on tonight. Okay, cheers. Okay, so apologies for that pause. Had a bit of a thing going on at home. Right, so let's just pick this up. Kislev have just scored. Let's have a little look at the numbers while we're here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 10 Kislev on the pitch, just the 2 dead guys, and a full team of Orcs. Goblin's now on the pitch for last ditch sort of throw with the troll. Let's have a look. Obviously, being a tournament, if this does go to if it's 1-1 after turn 16, it will go to overtime and then kicks. Okay, so that's a niggling injury on the kicker. Good start for the Orcs. Okay, both have block, nothing to be done there. Got a blitz coming in here as well. Okay, takes him down. So just here, I mean, these blocks, they're reasonably secure, they're all with block, etc. But no re-rolls, no covering of the ball. I think it would have been good just to get someone over here, because if you get double skulls or something like that coming up, then Kislev will pretty much got the edge guy here. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go, and then your next turn you're having to get the ball down on the floor and retrieving it. Gives you 2 turns to get up the pitch for the equaliser. Okay, now some cover comes in. Okay, and the thrower picks up the ball, gets in a nice safe position here in between the 2 guard players. Get the 1 dice on the bear, kind of try and get him out of the play. Yep, and as you can see, the Goblin is just here with the possible. Okay, and there is the wizard on the thrower and takes him down, knocks him out. And the ball scatters now. Are they going to be able to retrieve that? I think the question they might ask themselves is, do you take kind of what could potentially be the 3+ pickup, or do you try and do something about the blitzer? It looks like they're just crowding the ball at the moment. Comes around here, get multiple tackle zones, gives the Orcs a massive problem. What you're going to do, how you're going to clear them off, retrieve the ball, and get upfield in your next few turns. Just come around here, loitering, and another leap on the other side, basing up the strength 4. So it takes that block straight away. It's very hard to get a decent push here. Okay, so I imagine that was an attempt at a scatter onto the ball. So just basing them up, covering that. Take the bear down. One of the problems is for the thrown teammate. Coming around to football. The thrown teammate has now got Sibley on the troll. Takes the hit, Sibley will just. Okay. And that's the stuff. Sibley will just stand up, and that's going to make that throw even harder. I mean, Troll's not brilliant at it in the first place because the amount of dice they have to roll. Okay, bear comes into the game. Here we go. Hit the goblin. Okay, that puts the goblin on the floor as well. So the Orcs have got 2 turns to make something happen. It's not easy from here. Okay, so, but they can clear these off, hit here, and then need a knockdown from this guy. And they've got the knockdown. And a knockout. So Blitzer to come up. Okay, again, not sure how necessary that block is. Maybe it's just a handoff at this point, is it? Okay, so I think he might be trying to chuck him. Gets him in the air. Lands as well. Now, are they going to be able to get to him? What's the movement? 6, is that, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, is that sprint? No, it's short feet, so he's not in range. So again, he's relying on clearing off Sibley, getting knocked down, and then come up here, and there's going to be another throw. He's just 1 square short. Very frustrating, but that's the problem with these throws. Okay, and the Kislev just breaking free, just limiting to keep their players safe in case this is going to overtime. And let's see what Sibley can do. Just push, stand firm. So, this guy just coming in blitz. Okay, no, I like that. Come from the other side. Got him down. So here we go. It's on. It is on. Okay, past the stupid roll. Can he get him up in the air? Can. Oh, and he just drops him straight down and knocks out, and that's that. So, in a bit of a turn up for the books, the Kislev managed to take out the Orcs 1-0. Okay, so let's just pop that over the top. So then we are looking like this. So we've got a semi-final of Orcs against Undead, and then we've got the Frogs, the Kislev, against either the Goblins or the Norse. So we've definitely got what would look more like a bashy side against a less bashy side. Let me just show you that. Okay. There we go. So you can see Grubsnik Boys against the Dark Judges, and probably Frogs against either Jolly Nice Boys or Happy Thoughts. Okay. Alright, and let's go into the last game. This is my match. Right. So I brought Grubsnik along and the saw, bonus saw, against the Norse. So let's have a look. So I won the toss and chose to receive, and we've got plus one fame. We've got a couple of bribes. So Nobler and Bomber Grubsnik on the pitch. I thought, let's see if I can get going on the AV7. Be quite interested to rewatch this actually and see if there's any clear mistakes that I can see. Okay, we'll start with a saw, had no effect. And then the ball and chain just moves him around and then knocks him down. No armor break on that. Move the Goblin in for the 3 dice. Get the POW. Just bring him over. I might be thinking about fouling that guy, and that's a knockout. Go and pick up the ball and come back nice and central. Use the bomb. Okay, that's next to Yeti, which is good. Knocks him down. Bring him up, and did I foul him? Yep. Dirty player, but just got a stun. Okay, comes straight back. Hits a Goblin. Got this block tackle. I mean, like, there's a bit of mighty blow in the team, but it's not coupled with tackle at any point, so it's not too bad. But yeah, there's the 2 tackle pieces that will be a bit of a target for me. And then it's just sort of screening off a little bit here, waiting to see what I do, where I go. Okay, so first of all, the ball and chain, off it goes on its merry way. Doesn't really do anything. So bring a troll up for support. Now I think in this turn I got so kind of caught up with kind of trying to deal with the Yeti. Okay, saw goes to work, takes the kicker out, trying to protect that I almost forgot about the ball. Managed to bring him up, but then I need some dodges to protect him, which was a bit worrying. Okay, so that's what I need, and that allows me to come in for the +2 with the Jade. Okay, and no armor break on that one, just a few more dodges, and then I just throw the bomb at the tackler from there, who fails to catch, falls over, I fall over, so 2 stuns, which was great, just sort of like take those players out of the game. Like Bomber, because of the stadium, it costs like 10k or something. Okay, try to stand up the wild animal, fails, and then goes for the dirty plough. Good move. On the way and injured, so off he goes. My Goblin team doesn't have an Apo. Okay, and then gets the 1 die here. It's just a push. Push him here. Stays back. Doesn't want to give the free hit away. So just stand bomber up, just to sort of keep them out of the game. And then move the ball and chain. Then bring the saw round. Have a go at the runner. Which was a great removal, being blodge, and I have no tackle. And it was dead into minus movement, so he's off the pitch. And get the ball around the other side. Just screen off. Imagine another one round here. Dodge. Foul. No dirty plough. Control very stupid. I think I might have just been moving the troll to there. Something along those sorts of lines. Okay. And that's the jump up here. Okay. Takes the 1 die there. Come around, just base up these 2 tackle pieces. Have a go at this one. So here I'm thinking if I go there, then I keep him there, and then I can bring the saw over and have a go at the tackle piece. Okay. Not sure whether that was an accidental dodge into that tackle zone. Okay, that's a break. The troll just moves up here, and the ball goes in the corner. Gives me 2 dice here. And then ball and chain comes over here. Trying to get the berserker. So then this is a concern because he can just go straight down. So I just pulled him over at that point to bomber. Grubsnik fails to dodge. Now this guy could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. So still quite open. It was a bit of an error. I got a bit caught up in hitting them. So the double skulls was huge there. Hits the saw, but only stunned. But it just makes this move now much harder to work with. I can't remember if he still, the Western Coast still went for it. Okay, and that's another Goblin going down. Yep, did. But I think, yeah, there's a fail go for it. So looking at this, I'm quite spread out, really, all over the pitch. Which without like a lot of dodging, it's going to be pretty hard to keep this safe. try and do something with the troll. I'm not sure why I did that. I mean, I could have probably at that point. Let's get here. I could have then maybe done a dodge, but I might have been able to get a bit of a screen there. But instead, run it in, get one on the board. Okay. Okay, so I will switch the view, have a look at the north side. One bride. Okay, so there we go. So goblins got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So numbers are not great for Norse at this point, but maybe they can get a few off the line and it quickly evens up. Okay, so got a blitz. Ball is very deep. So it allows me to bring some pressure in. And for the Norse, they've got this lineman at the back here. But that's sort of it. Everyone is up front, ready to have a go. I've got the tackle with the sword. Okay, so he stays on the pitch. I think I'm probably thinking about throwing here. That fails. So instead I just move this guy up. I might have actually quite liked him to come here for a throw next turn. Yeah, right, so then the Norse do get their hits in the line. First one is a knockout. Second one is just a knockdown, and third one and a break and an injury. So pretty good for the Norse, evening up the numbers quite quickly, and then bringing in the assist and allowing him to move away from the troll, or another injury as well. So they went on a little bit of a mini rampage there. Coming back to get the ball, and that's a reroll, gets it, hanging deep. Okay, and another knockdown, and he's going deep. Sword comes in over here, breaks the armor, but just a stone. Push in their face. Okay, so trying to deal with this section. The Norseman completely free here. Gets the power. Where's he going? So he comes over into the centre to support this kind of fight. I guess you'd describe it as. So it looks like we've got a pass coming. One go for it, two go for it. And that's a fumble, followed by a Another fumble. So not ideal. So locking this off. Norse still have 2 turns to get the ball and deal with the situation down here. Sword comes over. So looking at preventing the score at that point. And then base him up. Okay. Trying to run away with the ball. And then dodge fails. Away from tackle. And then sort of gets in there. Just pushes him over. So looking at how to deal with this. Obviously a side step as well. So this is a really nice position, because then if they manage to get a hit on the ball, I can only go backwards with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to go for it. So it means going through tackle. Even if I go here, it's 2 dodges from tackle. So really nice. I mean, I think a lot of people will ultimately go to put it here. So Norseman cleared off the Goblin all the way to the knockout box. Push. Okay, and that's that. Let me just clear that off. Right. At that point, I thought that was a bit of a mistake. I'd missed this jump up, and I thought, oh, maybe I've got away with it because it means a dodge here as well. But actually, really nicely cleared that up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go for it, and maybe a second go for it as well. Although this player doesn't have tackle, so actually it might be push or defender stumbles, push or defender stumbles. Then I'm only needing the 1 3+. So I don't know. It's a bit of a mixed one, that one. First go for it works, and gets both down and injures the Goblin. Okay, and then trying to move upfield. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to give the option to go in at 1-1. Okay, and then a red dice hit results in a skull, and that's some dead bad really. So now the Goblins are trying to get over the other side. So base this guy, use the sword in the centre here, breaks the armour, no removal. Move him up just to activate the troll, who then manages to hit, knock him down, armor break, and dead. So this troll over here just removed those 2 players, which is actually huge when you're looking at the numbers on the pitch. This is not overly pretty, but you're quite used to it with a Goblin team. You've got a couple of knockouts. I mean, a lot of this, you've got some weapons and things. You've got a dirty player who potentially would be sent off anyway. But over here as well, equally, you've got 3 and 1 in the knockout box, so all to play for. Try to pick up the ball, fails. So a 2 and a 1. Okay, I was quite happy with that, going into half 1-0 up. 1 Goblin came back. And 1 Norseman stayed out. Okay, and yeah, there's a bribe failure, which was a bit of a shame, but as you can see, not many players left on the pitch by this point. So it could go either way, and I've still got a sword there with Nobler, and I was thinking, it probably depends on what happens on the line, I'm sure my opponent had similar thoughts. You can see from the setup, he's going to try and get some damage, and like, if you can remove these three, then there's not that much I can do. Okay, luckily I got perfect defence at that point. It allowed me to put some pressure on and potentially protect some of the players that I wanted to protect. So give them the trolls to manufacture hits against and keep the goblins reasonably safe. I'm not sure why this goblin isn't here. Ah, there he is. Nice deep kick. Two dice on the troll into one die. Skull. Reroll loner word. That was absolutely huge, I thought, because the ball isn't protected at all, and I can come down here and really sort of try to charge through. Wasn't to be. So he takes the troll down. And then he's just blocking off my speedy guy, and then goes to get the ball. Okay, so I think that's fine with the numbers. Again, it's splitting, isn't it? Like, it's going to be split with that number. What Wesley, I'm sure, is trying to do here is think about, well, how can I get the team back together to give them a bit more for defence? Okay. And then that was a mistake, definitely for me. As soon as I'd done it in the game, I realised, because he's got this guy, Berserker, who can just come around and 1-2 to surf the saw off, having done no damage at all. So, from my view, I was just looking at, hopefully he won't spot that. Put some pressure on the ball as well, and instantly did it. So, but it was only a pound, but then there was a break and he was injured anyway. So a bit of a shame. And he's coming up here, and then comes around to try and protect the ball as best as you can from that position with that with the numbers that are around. Brings another Norseman over. A little dodge there. So, looking at the position, so Norse done quite a good job. There's no way of getting in there. They're pushing up the flank. Big guys are probably over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's another big guy who's a bit unreliable. So I think they're thinking we'll outstrength it. And when I looked at it, I felt the same. So it's all about, can I get some numbers? Yeah? So doing this as a blitz allows a surf, well, counter surf for that Berserker. Okay, it didn't follow. I wanted to keep him there to try to activate the troll. Like I said, trolls are notoriously inconsistent, and take him off, and that's an injury. The problem here for me is this massive gap. So I'm trying to do what I can just to get my team able to plug that. Okay, Berserker. So I think that was for like the double hits. I mean that would make sense to me. The other thing that it could do would be just to blitz with this guy, and then you can get your Berserker a bit more over this direction. Okay, and that's a push. So, luckily for me, the sidestep came into action. I was able to move the Yeti away from the troll, or keep the Goblin next to him. It's a bit of a gamble. And the Goblin just stands up. My base allows the splits to come in. Okay. So didn't get the knockdown. Tried to use the low range, did not bite. So just pushed him in there. Almost kind of just try and sandwich him between the trolls. And then just come back. So red dice into a push. And another red dice, because a Berserker managed to get away with it. And Wesley actually thought that was a runner, I think, and because he was asking well, why there was no Dauntless hit, and that is obviously the reason why. So this is very nicely worked to free up the ball carrier lineman and come round. Okay, and that's a push. And then gets the power of the second one. So again, ball isn't protected, but there's hardly any players on the pitch at this point. So it's really hard. Sometimes you just have to hope for the best, and that happened. And another one went off, knocked out. So from this point, it's very hard for me to prevent the score, I would say. So Norse are just sort of taking their hits. Very good. Is it this tackle guy? No, might be using the Berserker because then you get 3 dice. That's just a push. So I go next to the ball, and then no, that's just a lineman, my mistake. And then there's a wild animal here, and then the ball carrier pals. No break though, so there's an opportunity here to have another go at the ball. But then that makes it much harder with the couple go for it. Okay, the troll moves with no assist, and then everyone stays on the floor. So I'm looking at a dodge to here, and it's a 1 die, which is just a push, re-rolled into another push. So these 3 goblins do everything they can. Thought about dodging him away, but for the tackle there's not much point. Plenty of turns just to sort of have a go at them and remove them. So he's recognising this is a good threat and gets the injury. Very sensible blitz. And 2 dice over here, and gets the knockdown with tackle. No break, and he is just going to come in there. Try to get the trolls back in action. We get 1 stupid roll. And then he just moves there. And then we're just looking at a little red dice here. It's a bit of a Hail Mary. And just get the push. So this goblin, movement 5, he's just sort of there to fill up the numbers really at the moment. Okay, and just runs it in. So now, turn 16. Last round against the halflings, I managed to one turn on turn 16 to win the game. It's another chance to do that. One knockout back, and he stays out again. So I've now got 3 goblins, and the 2 trolls will. So we've got 5 against 1, 2, 3 against 6. Oh, actually I miscounted it, didn't I? So I've actually got 2 turns. 2 turns to get down there. It's a while ago that this was played. And I get an extra roll, which is nice. 1, 2. Push on the troll. And the blitz comes here. That's a pow. So I was just sort of thinking, if I can get the ball and get him thrown and maybe run it in, that would probably win the game from there. So he gets it in hand, gets it in the air, and lands 1 square shot. So sidestep, give it a go. Instant blitz comes in and gets both down again. So not to be, but he's not injured, importantly. So any ball pick up here, he could go around and then he can nick out and get it potentially and run it in. So quite tense for the end of the game. Okay, but it wasn't to be. He just picked up the ball, and then when I tried to move anyone, dodge failed, but just a stun. Okay, goes into overtime. So this is the only match so far that's gone into overtime. That knockout comes back, so I think that gives me to like 4 goblins. And the off winner remains knocked out, and the all important kickoff. Okay, and I won the coin flip, so I obviously chose to receive, and we've now got 6 against 6. So then it's a choice, isn't it? It's like, do I try and remove some more players, or do I go to get the ball downfield? It also sort of depends on the kick. Okay, and the pitch invasion. Put 1 down each side, and the kick went deep anyway, so there'll be no 1 turning from there. Troll goes stupid, and then this troll just pushes, and the dodge works. just to sort of block this off and go back and get the ball. Okay, so it's not the best start there for the goblins, but you know, a few numbers have got good manoeuvrability. And then comes the Yeti. Let's go at the troll. Again, there's a bit of an error there where this is going into one die when perhaps he should have come through here first of all. He could go 1, 2, 3, 4 just to base that plan and just to make sure this remains as 2 dice. But by this point of the game, mistakes always creep in. Got away with it, got the power, and moved him away from all assists, which is quite important. Right, with this, I was quite happy with this because they come in over here and I thought, well, all I have to do is get the ball to him and off he trots. Yeah? What I didn't realise was that it was also my move busted Goblin, so only moving 5, and 6 to 5 is huge, and it becomes quite important in a turn or two. So I think I probably did very little other than went for this straight away and tried to get him off. And where he goes, yep. Catch fails, reroll, catch works. So he can only get to there, and it leaves the tackle player in a position where he can easily get to him. Bring him round to activate the control. Just try to base them in there to try and prevent them from getting anywhere, and then just put them in front of the tackle dude, who then easily gets taken down, and roll in and go for it just to put the pressure on over here. Yeti gets through the troll's armour, and let's come back because obviously 1, 2, 3. Okay, the red dice works lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm out of range because of that movement 6. And then has a go over here. Dodge. Oh no, that was actually a blitz, was it? Oh, I think maybe I'm trying to throw this guy to get a little bit of a scream down here. Yep, pick him up. Into the air he goes. Fails the landing. But no armour break, so he was able to get up and get in position here. Okay, and then I'm basing there. 2 go for it. So pretty close to the end zone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Yeah. So he can dodge away, but instead he goes with the berserker for 2 go for it. No tackle, and gets them both down the goal. Knocks out Boris. So from there, things do not look very good until this happens. Ball lands right next to my Goblin. He then promptly goes down and crucially breaks armour and stuns. Okay, and then just brings another Norseman down. Okay, try to move the troll, can't do anything. So try to bring this Goblin up. Fails to go for it. And then the dodge away from tackle fails, an injury, and from there it's not looking good for the Goblin. But the ball is on the floor. They still need to pick up the ball. I've got 2 Goblins in what looks like scoring positions, 1 Goblin in what looks like a scoring position. 3, 4, 5, 6, go. But then he picks up the ball, and from that point there's very little to do. Yeti has a go at the other troll, gets a push, a frenzy, and another push. So this troll manages to make it to his feet, and then we've got the red dice hit, roll the skull, injury. So now we've got the 2 trolls over here, we're not unable to activate, and we've got the 5 Norsemen just ready just to run down the pitch. So all in all, I mean, this is like a really good game, a lot of fun. And on another day, one of those times that I got a Goblin down to this end, he might have made it, but not to be. Okay, so just seeing if we can do a little bit of damage. No armor breaks, just sort of basic. Yeah, I think I went for go for it. I just felt better than being clawed by a Yeti. And they just stand up and run down. And then just run into a Yeti and be clawed anyway. So I'm not sure how well my logic worked. I think I was just a little bit frustrated at that point. The game had just sort of slipped away in that way, so I wanted to try and do something about it. Yeti then claws the other troll, knocks him out, and I believe, okay. And then just runs it in turn 24 for the 2-1 win, and Norse to progress, as we know, to face the Kislev. Okay, so So 2-1 in the end there. Yep. So that's what we've got our semi-finals, like I was saying before, Orcs against Undead and Norse against Kislev, to then see who takes the first ever Master Destiny in the final. So all to play for. And let's just have a quick look at those teams as well. So, with Grubsnik's boys, 2000 TV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guard. Can't count, can I? 7 guard, which they're going to need against that undead team. How many mighty blow? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mighty blow. A couple of tackle. It's a good Orc team. Black Orcs are slightly underdeveloped, and it could maybe do with a dirty player or something like that at that point, but it's very solid. And they will be going up against sticks, and the undead 2060. So they got like the Uber mummies and an Uber white here as well, blodge white, and a kind of like a support white that goes with it. A few ghouls, and still no sure hands. I'm quite surprised. So Sidston was just a rookie ghoul. It's obviously Skilling's taken block. Maybe he's looking for that reliability of kind of keeping them around, and is willing to burn a reroll on the pickup if required. I'm not really sure on that one. I think it's going to be that sort of thing. Whoever starts to get the injuries first is probably going to get some momentum from that point and take it on from there. They're very close in TV, so it should be a real sort of bash fest, but probably quite a good one. I think both those coaches are very good. And then what am I looking for now? So Happy Thoughts, Norse. So they've obviously taken a little bit of a battering from the match. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 mighty blow. So 4. So they're 1, 2, 1, 0 going into that against the frogs. The Kislev. Okay, so Norse are going to get about 200, maybe a wizard. They might want to bring in a star though. And then let's have a look at this. They've lost their kicker. Oh, actually, so they're going to go 1460. So yeah, 250. Maybe a wizard and a couple of babes, or they might bring in a star. At that amount. Okay, so this team hasn't really sort of changed very much. They've done very well so far. Let's see if they can carry on. Every time I say this team are going to struggle, and I've been proved wrong so far, I'm not going to make a prediction on this one. I'd like to watch it. That's the only prediction I'm going to make. Okay, so it'll be really interesting. I've already rolled the week, so if possible, I'll stream these live. It depends when they are and what else I've got going on. If not, I'll try and do a review show, and I'll try to be a little bit quicker on it this time. I realise it's taken a while to get these up, but it's been a bit of an exceptional time with the children's schools closing and just work and craziness at home. So yeah, hopefully see you next time. Thanks. Bye.